boys and girls. Welcome to the video. Today we will be going through the Awakening, the first quest you'll probably get in the Warframe guide. This quest will pop up no matter what. You cannot avoid doing this quest. It is basically the tutorial quest throughout the game. So when you log into the account, you'll actually end up seeing this quest will start. For me, I've already done it on this account because I haven't opened up a new account and done it with you guys. But this quest will automatically go. You'll watch a cutscene. It's different from when I started. Originally, it was your ship would fly in and you'd see a bunch of this stuff. Now it's a cool cutscene actually. But let's get right into the quest line and I'll start it up.
For generations you've slept. No purpose. No call to wake you. Grenier. Seeds from the ruins of the old war, swallowing colonies whole. But there's still hope. The Tenno. Monuments of an ancient warrior caste. Scattered across frail worlds. Together, they fought back. Bringing an end to an empire. Then they left. Forgotten. Like a dream. Wake up, Tenno. Wake up.
Alright, so that's the beginning of cutscene. I wish there was a lot of movement from that, but that's the point. Okay, so first we have to pick these Warframes. Out of the 3 here, first I will go Excalibur. Excalibur is optimized to Warrior Spirit. His Master Swordship deals high damage. He is embodied of material excellence. If you would read it in the original times, they actually put in the description, good frame for beginner players. So like, but yeah, he's very good with the beginner players. His passive, Excalibur deals 10% increased damage and attacks 10% faster when he is wielding a sword. So when Excalibur wields a sword of any type, he can wield it faster and move. I thought when I first read it, I thought it was movement speed. No, he attacks faster. That's what it's meant, because he can attack pretty fast with his Exalted Blade anyways. So basically what it's telling you is that if you want, you can run Excalibur and run some, if you don't have energy for his Exalted Blade. But before we get into the Exalted Blade, let's get here. Slash dash. Slash and dash. Basically, slashing, you dash, and then you pull out an Exalted Blade that slashes through the enemies. It also inflicts bleed damage and a bit of slash damage too. But slash damage includes bleed damage, so it's proven very effective, especially when beginning to play as him. Radial blind, emit a bright flashlight that blinds all enemies in the nearby radius. So it blinds them and basically makes it so like a lot of their shields and stuff go down as well, and makes it able to kill them faster as well. Radial javelin sends out a bunch of javelins that will end up impaling nearby enemies, inflicting bleed status. It also blinds them a bit, so it gives them a little status effect. Like if they don't die right away, like in this one shows, they get a little radial blinded as well at the end. But it's really effective, especially when you're in high situations. There are a lot of enemies nearby and you're trying to kill them all. And then Exalted Blade. The Exalted Blade is actually not a time-based one. Actually, it's basically what you will do is you'll drain. It takes 25 energy to start, but then it will start to drain to drain your energy as you're using it. So it's like if you keep collecting energy while in the mission, you can keep his thing up. Keep it up and keep going. It's just basically a pure light sword. You can also change the damage types of it and all that. So that's Excalibur. You can choose Excalibur, but you can choose also from Meg and Volt too. Meg is a magnetic force one, so she does a lot of magnetic field stuff and a magnetic damage to people. She's really good frame, especially in late game. Especially in late game, where you can sit there and you can just use her. I don't use her as much because I don't have a good build for her yet, but yeah. but we'll get into builds and stuff later. Her passive, nearby items gravitate toward her to collect faster. So if you have like a Helios or like there's companions in this that have either the ability to make sure that you can pick up things from farther away, that will basically pull it towards her more, and will also give you the item faster. And then you got pull. Meg stuns enemies, and then she'll also pull them towards her. Like, apparently there's some metal in them. Most of the enemies have metal on them, so she'll yank them towards them, dealing a bit of damage too while she's at it. And the vortex, yeah, pulls them towards them. And then magnetize. If you tap it, it encloses a target in it, which basically makes a magnetic field. So if you shoot bullets, any elemental status in there, it holds that enemy in place, and any enemy that walks in there too takes a bunch of damage as well, because a lot of those bullets are still floating around and hitting the enemy. So it's very good for. She's very good with that too. So if you need to like hold somebody down and kill them faster, you keep shooting. Meg also, if you hold the ability, she surrounds herself in one, which then basically absorbs all the enemy's bullets that are shooting at you, and will hold that. I think it does a projectile blast after a while, and will deal damage to any enemy in front of you. Does not drain. It's a timed one, so it's not draining your energy like Excalibur's Exalted Blade does, but it's very good. Next is Pulverize, though. Pulverize, it emits an energy pulse that depletes. Basically, it takes away the enemy's shields for a certain amount of damage, and then you can use that shrapnel actually to. You can combine this with Magnetize and basically sucks all of that in. All of the, any shield essence that are on the ground, pulls them in, and it will deal damage to them as well. But they also do orbit Meg, and will sit there and they'll cut any enemies that comes into sight of her. And then Crush basically lifts them up and just deals a lot of damage to them, basically making so she crushes their bones, I guess, basically is what it is. If they don't die, they just end up falling, and you can keep doing it again. But most of the time when you watch Warframe ability things, cutscenes, they are with the lowest enemy you'll possibly get, so it makes you think, oh, it'll kill them right away. It doesn't always. The farther you get in without leveling her up or modding her up, the weaker she'll become. Now, last but not least is probably one of my favorite frames. Volt and Excalibur about my favorite frames, but one of my go-to frames. Love this frame. Is it Volt? Volt electricity flows through Volt. Basically, all he does is a lot of electricity damage. When on the ground, you generate a lot of electrical charge, and up to like 100 damage. And once you attack, that depletes. Basically, how it works is it depletes right after you've done an attack and nothing more. Then you have to rebuild it up. Combining that passive with speed basically increases how fast you'll get it, but it takes a while to do it though. Volt's first ability is Shock. Basically, you send out a projectile of lightning that goes through enemies nearby. That if on the enemy you hit, it will then surge through a bunch of enemies, as well as you see here. You can either do one or you can do a group of enemies, and it does a good amount of damage to paralyze them or even kill them. Basically what it does is once you've shocked them, they are stunned for a short bit, so you get a good amount of damage. Speed, enemy allies and yourself get a massive speed boost. This one works a lot because if you build him to with mods to just speed, he can be very fast, especially going through certain missions like the ones that just require speed. You can just sit there and speed through, and it works. It works. And then next is electric shield. Basically is a nice electrical shield that also boosts damage that is sent through it. So if you're shooting, you're shooting through it, it gives you more damage and it increases the damage. Very helpful, especially later in the game. And then Volt discharges electricity from in a big shockwave that either they die or they're sitting there stunned, and it's very good actually. Like it's a good crowd control method. It's fantastic. I think it's a fantastic one. But for the sake of this, I'm gonna choose Excalibur because I recommend Excalibur as well because Excalibur is a very easy to play frame. It's not hard to figure out what you need to do with him, and his strategy is just slash and dash. So if you're not very keen on aiming with the guns, you can sit here and use a sword. So let's go off and watch the rest of the cutscene.
I see the Lotus has tried to wake you. Pity she's too late. You're my prize now, Tenno. No. We are taking this one with us.
What has he done to you? I can't lose another Tenno. I'm surging your Warframe's power systems. Quick, use your power. Defend yourself.
Alright, I'm on Xbox, so it is LRBA. I think it's RB, it's right bumper. On controllers, it's right bumper and A for the first ability. So you got this. What you can do, and I didn't end up demonstrating this, is you can chain attacks and keeping some enemies in place. Like keeping enemies in your sight, and you can dash through multiple of them.
But the Grineer will be hunting you. Arm yourself.
To move, basically if you follow this after a while, it gives you big instructions on how to do things. So like, movement is right stick or W. Sprinting is pressing in, or shifting, I believe, on PC. And then here comes to the first weapon selection. Is a melee weapon. Now I may say differently, but from the two you can pick from is bow, or is the Mark 1 bow, or the Skana. Or I think it's just the bow now. I don't remember. I think they took away the Mark 1s, but for the sake of Excalibur's passive, I'm gonna do his sword because of boosted melee speed, attack speed with it. The bow does a lot of armor shattering, so it's very good with that, but like the weapon does a lot. The Skana does slash damage and because, well, sword. I just showed you some movement. It worked. Wildlife. Didn't realize I could kill it. Oops. You can tap B or you can hold B. There is a thing called auto melee now. You hold B, you can just sit there and hold it and move around. And you don't have to sit there tiring out your thumb because of it. But the movement speed I did is, it should show you later in the game. So like, here's some stealth stuff. Get up behind an enemy, press X, or I believe it's just press the attack button again. Or it's the interact button, I don't know. It's been a while. I played this on PC first, so I don't remember what all that shows up in this game, and then what all you need to do. But alright, here you go. Sliding, holding LB, just holding LB while not moving, crouch. Holding LB while moving, slide. Good
There's
movement
a cache of weapons
mechanic.
ahead. Grab what you
If
can.
you slide or crouch and jump, you do a bullet jump, and it's very mobility speed. If you double tap, you roll. Very, very good with mobility. Again, the stealth. Alright, now on to the first weapon choice. Now, they actually took out the, back in the day, what I used to play with was when you first started the account, it was the Mark 1 bow or the Lado. Mark 1 kunai or the Lado. The kunai do a lot of piercing damage and slashing damage, so if you hit them, it's very good with taking them out, and good for stealth. So like, if you're wanting to go the stealth route, you can do that. The pistol,
Tenno, pick up a weapon. You are running out of time.
terrible with stealth. The Lado is just a pistol, no suppressor, semi-auto, single fire, but I'm gonna go the kunai because I like the kunai. It's RT to shoot or left on the mouse. Left click on the mouse and right click to aim. LT to aim up. Aim here. I want to say this now. I recommend playing on controller because I find it a lot easier playing on controller, so I'm not going to recommend it, but I'm actually going to take my words back and not recommend it. I'm gonna say I prefer controller rather over PC because it's I find it a lot easier to control.
Hurry.
But you may keybind it on PC. So there's a lot of movement choices you can do. It's very good. This is an auto one, so you can just hold down your button. Hold down the button. Or not.
Tenno flows like fire over the battle terrain.
Alright.
Do you remember
Now,
how to dash up walls?
wall dash, just walk up to the wall, jump, and hold A. Bullet jump up here. Yep. Press A to bullet jump. Simple as that. You can also slide and bullet jump, gets you a little farther. Crouch and bullet jump, get you up here. Basically, the game's way of saying we don't want you to not know the movement speed, because as you can get over here through that way, you can also they want you to follow the marker. Alright, so basic traversal, simple as that.
Why have you not reported it?
You can backflip, let me finish.
You made it.
Cutscenes here.
There's the extraction chip.
That will not.
Very harsh punishment for trying to escape. Blew up my ship. Yeah, it's whatever. But yes, this is Boar. Boar is a little stinker. Little meanie butt.
This will hurt.
No, it won't. Excuse me. Hold Y. Hold it out.
I offered you glory.
Lock. Lock. You got an ability, I keep forgetting to use it. Actually.
My decrepit heart is pounding. This one
Take
is
his-
stronger than the rest. Lock the area down. This Tenno is mine.
Yeah. Oh no, the area is locked down.
Quick, get to the console and release the lockdown. Do that, and I will guide you to your old ship. It's your only chance.
He destroyed my way of leaving. Oh no. Go well. Unlock. Release lockdown.
The Queen wants to destroy you, but I need to know more.
Kill. Use your abilities. You do run out of, now you will run out of energy, and it's not. Alright, now on to your primary weapon. Either you can choose the Breton, or the bow, or the Paris, which is a bow. Like an actual drawstring bow. Again, the Paris, very good with stealth. Actually good with one-pin shotting. And you can pin an enemy to the wall. Or, you got the Breton. The Breton is very good, actually good in low level times, but I'm going to choose the bow because I'm going stealth. So what you do is Shabushki, headshot, Shabushki, hope I missed, Shabushki, and Shabushki. Now, if I can find one of the bodies, I can show you, ooh, and then explode barrels. Kills them. If I can find one of the bodies, here you go. Pins. Never mind. That wasn't one that I pinned. You. Pin them to the ground. Make sure. Now you can. I recommend opening up a lot of the caches sometimes. You don't in the early game doing it. I recommend doing it. Late game, not so much because it's late game. Here you go. He's got the Lado. Oh, I suck at aiming. There you go. Yeah. Very simple weapon to use. You dead. I don't know why you keep shooting at me. You die. I believe that's everybody. Now with a bow charge, you can just roll. Hacking. That's the easiest one. There's
Stop
other
touching
types of
me.
hacking you'll get later in the game.
Are my senses deceiving me? Operator, is that you?
But, what is?
Enemy reinforcements are here. Ship Cephalon, we require immediate extraction.
Now this is what your
The
orders will
operator
look
is
like.
in danger? I will need a few moments to cycle the engines.
Orders will more look like a little square. Mine, I just later in the game, I forgot. I have that.
I've marked.
He's a look, you can get him.
Return to me.
Gosh. Oh, he died. Switch between weapons. Y, or I think it is scroll on the wheel for the mouse. Yeah, because it's for the abilities. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's a different button. I think it's like F to switch buttons, R to reload, X to reload, and this on controller. But anyways, that was the big opening up quest. This is my ship, but that was the awakening quest. I hope you guys enjoyed it and found this very useful. But to start, that was very useful, but then also it will, when you'll show up here, and then after a while you'll have to do the Vor's prize. That is the next quest, but it is not a replayable quest, sadly. Otherwise I would do it in the next video, so I would have to find an account I can get it to and make a new account and do it. So, but with the Vor's quest, it will take you from here to here, down to here, over to here, and then I think then there's another place on Earth that you'll have to sit here and fight Vor himself, and then after that, that's the quest. And then after that quest, you'll end up going to, I would recommend completing everything you can on the star chart of Earth, then like going to Cetus, doing what Cetus's quest is, and all of that. Get all of Earth stuff as far as you can, because about here you can't get to anywhere. You can't get anywhere This won't exist. Yeah, so like here you'll need an Arcwing, and that's a quest in itself, and then also try to figure out these ones because it's gonna take you a while. And then I would also recommend crafting Taxon, because it is a very good thing to have early on. So like just continuing and with the Earth star chart, and then continuing the Venus, doing all the quest lines there, and all that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, yeah. But I'll thank you all for watching again. I hope you guys have a great time, daytime, or whatever time it is actually. But I will see you guys in the next video.